It's now time to make our first sounds on the mouthpiece and neck. For this video, you will need your mouthpiece and neck, a good reed that's been soaked properly, your ligature, and a mirror. If you don't have any of these items, press pause and get them now. Now take your moist reed and place it on the mouthpiece as you learned earlier. The reed should be centered left to right and should be straight up and down. Make sure the tip of the reed is almost even with the tip of the mouthpiece, so that only a little bit of the mouthpiece extends beyond the reed. Press pause and get your reed set correctly before continuing this video. For our first sounds, we're going to repeat the same steps as the embouchure air exercise we just did. However, this time we're going to simply blow our air faster and move the reed a little closer to the mouthpiece. Watch as Eric demonstrates this exercise. Notice that he takes a full breath through his corners, resets his embouchure, and directs the air into the mouthpiece. Also notice that he will start moving the air, then focus his embouchure and speed up the air to allow the reed to vibrate. Now press pause and try to make the same sound, remembering these important steps. For many players, this will be enough to make the reed vibrate, creating your first sound. If the sound does not happen, we'll try again. Continue to focus on making the correct embouchure and using a good amount of fast air. Watch one more time as Eric demonstrates this sound. Now it's your turn. Press pause and practice creating the correct mouthpiece and neck sound. Now that you're comfortable creating a tone on the mouthpiece and neck, we're going to practice having the reed vibrate at the start of the air movement. You will set your teeth the distance apart that allows the reed to vibrate when you move your air. Then breathe through your corners, set the correct embouchure, and move your air fast from the beginning. Watch as Eric demonstrates this sound. Notice that the reed starts vibrating as soon as Eric moves his air into the mouthpiece. Also notice that his embouchure is set at the same time that he moves his air. The note starts instantly from the beginning because his embouchure and air are working together to let the reed vibrate. Now try this with Eric. Remember to use a mirror to set your embouchure correctly. Set your mouthpiece correctly and breathe with Eric. This time I'll count you off. 1, 2, ready, breathe. Bring your mouthpiece down. Let's try that again. Get your mouthpiece set. 1, 2, ready, breathe. How'd you do? If you made the right sound with the correct embouchure, practice it again to establish good habits. If you did not get the sound, check to make sure your embouchure is set correctly with firm corners and a flat chin. Watch one more time as Eric demonstrates this for you. Now let's try it one more time together. Get your mouthpiece set. 1, 2, ready, breathe. Now press pause and practice this on your own until you can consistently create a sound with the correct embouchure. Each time you practice, focus on these essential elements of saxophone playing. Always sit with correct posture. Make sure the reed is placed on the mouthpiece correctly. Make sure you use a mirror. Make sure the mouthpiece is placed at the correct angle. Make sure you take in the correct amount of mouthpiece. Be sure to have firm corners and a flat chin. Make sure you can see the pink or fleshy part of the corners of your mouth. Always take a full breath through your corners. Work to form the right embouchure and let the air make the reed vibrate. Creating a steady and good sound on the mouthpiece and neck is a great step toward making a good sound on the saxophone.